is written material, such as poetry, novels, essays, etc., works of imagination that are characterized by an excellence of style and expression, and by themes of general or enduring interest. What this shows to us is that literature is a very nuanced thing. It's not something we can sort of pull out of a hat. But literature's themes are fundamental to who we are. They are general and enduring interests. They tell the story of the human soul. Let's also look at the second part of my thesis here, the idea of being a sufficient human being. So what does it mean to be sufficient? What is sufficiency? And I would argue there are three aspects to sort of fulfilling our purpose as a human. One aspect would be personal growth. Who are you personally, and how does that impact yourself? Another aspect would be social utility, which sounds really gross, but it's what can you do to help make society a better place? And the third aspect, I would argue, is fulfilling your end purpose or goal. Are you really fulfilling the goal of being a human? And I would argue that all three of these are amplified and supplemented by the idea of reading literature. These aspects are all part of leading a sufficient and satisfactory life. So, now that we know the terms that we are using, let's kind of look at what's going on today. So what is the state of reading? Now there is a declining rate of literature consumption. This is kind of straightforward. We've all heard the sobering statistics. But according to the National Endowment for the Arts, less than half of the adult American population now reads literature. According to the Pew Research Center, who is dedicated to looking at sort of social trends, they said that nearly a quarter of American adults did not read a single book in the past year. What this shows is that we as a society really are not taking up the book as a system. Now there have been recent statistics that show some sort of an upswing in reading, but the statistics are still sobering regardless. We have a problem. Additionally, we have a society that lacks empathy. I think this is pretty straightforward. All we have to do is simply look at the news right now, and we see anything from police brutality to really dangerous riots, people not being able to look at other people's perspective or see themselves in other people. As a result, as a society, we have a lot of societal rifts being caused by strong identity politics and a lack of perspective. We need perspective in society, both societally and personally. And there are many, and so we can see that there are problems right now, but how do I think literature is going to solve this? Why is literature an important part of this? Now, there are many benefits, personally, to reading literature. Now, everyone has been told that literature increases your intelligence. I'm sure everyone's mom said that before, right? Reading, you'll get smarter. But it's pretty standardly affirmed that reading creates incredible cognitive development. Cunningham and Stanovich actually did a survey talking about how when you see the mind develop, it is reading that causes the mind to develop in one of the most profound ways, especially as a child. So the person who reads more will naturally have an edge in society. So personal growth, reading is incredibly helpful.